His knowledge is perfect, but if he does not understand this, he achieves different planets where the demigods reside. This is not the same destination of the destination the devotee achieves.
Okay, continue.
The results achieved by the demigods are
perishable
because within the material world the planets, demigods, and their worshippers are perishable. Therefore, it is clearly stated in this verse that all results achieved by worshipping demigods are perishable, and therefore such worship is performed by the less intelligent living entity. Because the pure devotee is engaged in Krishna consciousness, the devotion of the Supreme Lord achieves eternal
blissful
existence that is full of knowledge. This achievement and those of the common worshippers of the demigod are different. The Supreme Lord is unlimited. His favor is unlimited. His mercy is unlimited. Therefore, the mercy of the Supreme Lord is pure
upon his
of the Lord upon his pure devotees is unlimited.
Very good. So last paragraph Prabhupada is explaining why it is said that men of less intelligence. So why it is said? The men of less intelligence are actually going to demigods. So why it is said that? Anybody? We just read that in a purport. Because if they worship demigods, what demigods can give? Demigods can give results which are perishable, which will end with end of this world. Yeah. So that is the reason. Because who can give unperishable thing? To us, Krishna. It's like if you sing, there is a small bank which has only few hundred thousands versus a bank which has unlimited money. Right? So who is most powerful? Who can give? Like that, we should understand. Any questions or any comments on this? Yes, Prabhu? Yeah, but you just like him, that's the reason you want to worship him? What is the reason? Maybe you want to give mic, bro? Yeah.
Maybe because that is how we have grown up, that is how our elders told us, that is how we see people surrounding us worship.
But is there a fear that, oh, if I stop, because everybody, from years we are doing this, my forefathers, my fathers, everybody were doing that. Now if I suddenly stop this particular worship, demigod worship, the demigod will become very angry and then, we will have issues. Is that the reason? Is there a fear?
Yeah, maybe we can answer that is the reason.
Yeah, so, yeah, actually, the fear is there in many people's mind, but that fear is not true fear. Because if you see, we need to understand what is the position of the demigods. So demigods actually are helping Krishna, assisting Krishna to run this universe. So they are assistant to Krishna. They get their energy, they get their department from Krishna. They don't have their independent existence. They are dependent on Krishna. everybody has a particular department to take care, and they are the head of that department. So if we worship the Supreme, who is actually the worshipable Lord of these head of departments also, then if you think, then they will not have any problem in that. Isn't it? Yeah. So it is not wrong if you continue to worship, but you should understand the real position of that demigod and then worship. Right? So you don't have to worship, you shouldn't worship if you want something from that demigod. Is it clear? Yes. Yeah, it is fine. It is fine. That is what I am saying. You understand their position and you can worship. Yeah. Any specific? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, if you are sure that is the way they have offered it, that is the way it is coming to you, then it is okay. It is like Prabhupada also gave in one of the, recently I heard this, when Prabhupada visited in India in one of the temple, actually he bowed down to a demigod also, but that time he told to his disciples. So you see, usually we bow down on Krishna's right. We bow down when Krishna is on our left. We bow down from that side. So where we actually see our Guru is in front of us and Krishna is on our left. So Prabhupada actually did other way when he was bowing down in front of the demigod, and he told the disciples that you think that your Guru is in front of you and Krishna is on your left, and you bow down. So actually he said that you are still bowing down to Krishna, but you are giving respect to the demigod also. So what I am saying, that if you are sure that, because most of the time what happens, the way we follow prasadam, the way we follow bhoga, offering, mahaprasad, prasadam, not everywhere it is followed. They say prasad, but we don't know whether it is really coming as a prasad. Many times I saw in some temple kitchens, not in ISKCON, in some other temple kitchens, that they are eating in the kitchen while cooking. Yeah, this bhajia is very good. They are eating and making the bhajia. I am not saying they are offering to Lord, but that is what prasad is for them. And so if you are not sure, why to take risk? Okay. Anybody? Yes, Mate. Yeah, actually, the example I was giving, that with reference to Krishna, you can do that. You can offer, you can accept that prasadam. So I gave an example where Prabhupada actually bowed down in front of demigod in one of the temple in India, but he bowed down from right side, like the deity was on the right side. So he told his disciples that you should imagine that Guru is in front of you and Krishna is on your left. So basically you are bowing down to Krishna only. Is that clear? Yeah, actually the reason is that you assume that your Guru is in front of you and Krishna is on your left side. So we are on Krishna's right side because it is easier for Krishna to bless us on his right side. But that is what Acharyas have told us to do. That's the reason. I told, right? Then Krishna can bless you with the right hand. There may be some technical reasons also I can find, but it's easier for Krishna to bless us, right? If your head is here rather than here. Okay, so we'll move forward. Right? Any other questions or comments? So this is important. So now we will change the section. Any give 100,000. Yes. He said monthly 100,000 you bring it and then you can worship. Yeah. Yes, very good. Yes, bro. You want to take the mic?
We should also make sure not to denigrate people who are worshipping demigods. Sometimes it happens. You think you are a Vaishnava, let's say someone is worshipping Shiva.
Yeah, very very good point. Yes, yeah, we shouldn't.
Say, shun them.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
have to consider.
Correct.
Because I've seen that happen.
Yeah, that's very good point. Yeah, we should understand the position of that demigod. So that same position we should apply to their worshippers. It's not like, oh, we should shun them or we should ignore them, but we should discriminate because we should know what is correct, what is not correct. But that doesn't mean you hate them. We should equally request or respect everybody. Okay, so we'll go to text 24. Please repeat after me. Avyaktam vyaktam apanam. Avyaktam vyaktim apanam. Manyate mam abuddhayah. Manyate mam abuddhayah. Param bhavam ajananto. Param bhavam ajananto. Mama avyayam anuttamam. Mama avyayam anuttamam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, was impersonal before and have now assumed this personality. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature, which is imperishable and supreme. So this verse is going to the next level. If you see, the previous verse was telling who are worshipping to demigods, where they will reach. We know who are worshipping to Krishna, where they will reach. But what about who are worshipping Krishna but not properly, not surrendering? Who are they? The impersonalist. Impersonalist is thinking Krishna is not person. So what will happen then? So that is what it is mentioned here. Okay. So I'll little bit read the purport to understand. So purport by Srila Prabhupada. Those who are worshipper of demigods have been described as less intelligent persons, and here the impersonalists are similarly described. Lord Krishna in his personal form are here speaking before Arjuna, and still due to ignorance, impersonalists argue that the Supreme Lord ultimately has no form. Yamunacharya, a great devotee of the Lord in the disciplic succession of Ramanujacharya, has written a very appropriate verse in this connection. He says, Tvam Shila Rupa Charitaha Parama Prakashitaha Satvena Satvika Taya Prabhalaisha Cha Shastrayaha Prakhayata Daiva Paramartha Viddhim Matesha cha Naivasura Prakritayaha Prabhavanti Bodham. My dear Lord, devotees like Vyasadev and Narad know you to be the personality of Godhead. By understanding different Vedic literatures, one can come to know your characteristics, your form and your activities, and one can thus understand that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But those who are in the modes of passion and ignorance, the demons, the non-devotees, cannot understand you. They are unable to understand you, however expert such non-devotees may be in the discussing Vedanta and the Upanishads and other Vedic literatures. It is not possible for them to understand the personality of Godhead. Stotra Ratna 12. In the Brahma Samhita, it is stated that the personality of Godhead cannot be understood simply by study of the Vedanta literature. Only by the mercy of the Supreme Lord can the personality of the Supreme be known. Therefore, in this verse, it is clearly stated that not only are the worshippers of the demigods less intelligent, but those non-devotees who are engaged in Vedanta and speculation on Vedic literature without any tinge of true Krishna consciousness are also less intelligent. So this is what Prabhupada is mentioning about the Mayavadis or impersonalists. Any questions or comments? We'll skip the remaining purport. If you get a chance, please read it afterwards. So we'll go to the next verse. Let me just see. Okay, so this one verse we will do it. Please repeat after me. Naham prakashah sarvasya yogamaya samavritah mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mam ajam avyayam Naham prakashah sarvasya yogamaya samavritah mudhoyam nabhijanati loko mam ajam avyayam. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. I am never manifest to the foolish and unintelligent. For them, I am covered by my internal potency. And therefore, they do not know that I am unborn and infallible. Anybody wants to read? Brahman is the effulgence of Krishna. The effulgence of Krishna. They just say it is a light. It is just an energy. It doesn't have a form. It doesn't have any hands, legs, anything. Just some plain energy, a powerhouse of energy, which is doing everything. Yeah. It's supposed to be bright, it's supposed to be very powerful, but formless. Okay. Yes.
It may be argued that since Krishna was visible to everyone, then he was present on his heart. Then how can it be said that he is not manifest to everyone? But actually he was not manifest to everyone. When Krishna was present, there were only few people who could understand him to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the assembly of Kurus, when Shishupal spoke against Krishna's being elected president of the assembly, Bhishma supported him and proclaimed him to be the Supreme God. Similarly, the Pandavas and a few others knew that he was the Supreme, but not everyone. He was not but revealed to the non-devotees and the common man. Therefore, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that but for his pure devotees, all men consider him to be like themselves. He was manifest only to his devotees as the reservoir of all pleasure, but to others, to unintelligent non-devotees, he was covered by his internal potency.
So, actually, why we are talking about Krishna, it's showing himself or not showing himself. Because once we know now that previously we saw what happens to worshipper of demigods, what happens to devotees, what happens to impersonal. Now the question comes, once you say about impersonal, the question comes, okay, why Krishna is not showing his form to everybody? That is the question comes, right? Because impersonal they are saying everything is energy, formless. So why? And that time, this answer Krishna is thinking, and Krishna is giving this answer, saying that why it is happening, because of his internal potency. Right? Please, yes. Yeah, he is basically, 4-handed form is, yes. Yeah. Yeah, because same thing, because of the internal potency. We are going to go in detail, but the reason is because of the Maya, because of the illusion. Because even after seeing Krishna's that form, they are not able to believe. He believed his uncle Shakuni, saying, this is all, this is all nautanki, jadu tona. Yes, anybody else or want to continue? In the prayers. You can continue. Somebody else want to read?
Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10:47, there is this prayer by Brahma. Also Supreme Personality of Godhead, or Super Soul. O Master of all, who can calculate your potency in less time than the world? You are all standing on eternal potency, therefore no one can understand you. Learned studies and learned scholars can examine the atomic of the material world up to the different, but still they are able to calculate the unity of potency. Although you are present before them, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, is not only on board but also Mahayana. He is on his eternal form is bliss and knowledge. His energy is power and exalted.
Exhaustive. Very good. So if you see, the previous paragraph did say that due to the Brahma Jyoti, we are not able to see Supreme Personality of Godhead. So they are requesting that, to see your real form, this Brahma Jyoti has to be away. So how that will be away? by mercy of Krishna. Then we can go through that love interaction or loving interaction will actually remove that Brahma Jyoti and we can go further down. So now if you go a little deeper about this particular verse says that couple of very important things are there in this particular verse. So one thing is Yoga Maya. Right? What is Yoga Maya? Yoga Maya is internal potency. So actually Maya, there are two types of Maya are there. Right? Most of the time we heard many times from different Maharajas, from Prabhupada, there are two types of Maya. What are those? One is Mahamaya and one is Yoga Maya. Right? So what is Mahamaya does? Takes us away from Krishna. And what is Yoga Maya does? Brings us towards the Krishna. Right? So now if you just take some example, because Prabhu asked this question, that some example we take. Now when Krishna was here on this planet, still that time there were a lot of people who were hating him. Right? What was rate of Krishna killing asuras? Every day he was killing one asuras. I think in a couple of days he killed 2 asuras. Prabhupada has mentioned that there are particular incidences where 2 asuras were killed in one. So if you see that even the asuras were coming and trying to attack Krishna. So if you see, now we say Krishna is all attractive. Even the asuras are getting attracted, but for which reason? Basically hating him. Yeah? Now let's go. Not only asuras, because asuras are a plan of Kamsas. Kamsa was sending them to kill Krishna, but even in his family, people were having hatred towards Krishna. Shishupal, right? You know, Shishupal is a maternal cousin. The day he started talking, he started blaspheming Krishna. So not only the asuras, but even in his families, people were hating him. It's not like everybody was loving, everybody was doing. Not only that, there is an example, even common men were hating Krishna. You know the story of Kansa's washerman? Okay, very good. So kids know, but looks like we don't know.
Some kids don't, some kids do.
So the washerman, actually when Krishna entered in Mathura, when Kamsa called Mathura through Krishna to Mathura through Akrura. Yes, Akrura. So thank you. Through Akrura. So that time when Krishna and Balram entered, they actually meet one washerman on the road and they see nice clothes from, and he is actually Kansa's washerman. They say, because they are coming from village, from small town, they get attracted. They say, okay, can you give this couple of clothes to us? Then that person actually insults Krishna and Balram, right? Very badly. He could have just said no, right? But he says a lot of other things, and then Krishna Balram kills him. Okay, so Krishna knows details. So even common man, the example of washerman, they were hating. So why everybody, even Krishna was personally present, face to face, but still they were not able to recognize Krishna. Why? Because of the illusion, because of the Maya. Yeah, meaning of Maya is what? Sanskrit in Maya, Ma means no and Ya means this. So this which is not. So illusion is, in reality it is not that, but still we feel, we think that is what. And what is real, that we don't see as real. So that is Maya. But there is another word for Maya. What is another word for Maya? Another meaning of Maya. Sorry. We use many times, right? Especially Hindi or Marathi mein bolte na? Yeah. Huh? No, love. Mother has a Maya, like, yeah? Mom, attachment or Maya is a love. The mother has a, Maya in Hindi, they say, right? Meri Maya hai is par. Marathi also we say. So that means my love. So that is actually Yoga Maya. Right? So Yoga Maya is what? Let's take an example. Okay? We understood about Mahamaya. Now Yoga Maya. Yoga Maya. Let's take an example of, one Gopa one day comes running to Yashoda Maya and tells Yashoda Maya, Krishna has eaten dirt. So Yashoda Maya, yes, Krishna, you have to raise hand. You shouldn't talk in between like that. Okay, that's not respectful. So that time, Yashoda Maya, she actually goes running to check Krishna, because what happens if she is thinking, if she knows, oh Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Itna sa, if he eats this much soil, what will happen? Forget it. So if she knows, if she realizes that, she will not go, that rasa, that care will not be there. Isn't it? That's the reason what Yoga Maya comes in picture. What Yoga Maya does, Yoga Maya actually covers Krishna so that the devotees don't understand that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Because if they understand, that particular rasa will not be there. Isn't it? That's the reason that it's covered, and then in this particular case, Yashoda Maya goes running and asks Krishna to open his mouth, and what she sees? She says, no, you have to raise the hand. Yeah? Okay. Ishan? Okay, she sees the whole world in Krishna's mouth. All the planets, everything. Not only that, she sees the earth, she sees the Vrindavan, she sees the herself, Yashoda Maya. Yashoda Maya actually seeing Krishna's mouth, that also she sees. So detailed. It's like going inside and inside and inside. Yeah. So that is happening. Yeah. Go ahead. Actually, it will not happen that way. I will go in detail. So why this happens? I'll come to that. So why this happens? Right? So this covering is there because it will increase Krishna's rasa, Krishna's relation. But what about the Mahamaya's covering? Why that comes? Right? Krishna used another word here, right? First, Naham Prakashaha, if you see. So what is Prakashaha? Prakashaha, we know light. So illumination, manifestation. If that Prakash is not there, we will not be able to see anybody. So that is what Krishna will not allow us to see anybody. Why? Let's take an example. If you have a sun, very bright sun, yeah, you will be able to see. But last couple of days we are not able to see sun that much. Why?
Rain.
There are clouds. You have to raise hand. I'm not going to tell again. Because of clouds. So what is happening? Cloud is covering. Okay. So what is happening? Cloud is in between us and sun. Yeah. So that is what happens. In between us and Krishna, there is a cloud. There is a Maya. How this cloud is created? How the real cloud is created? Anybody knows? Yeah. No, actual technical I want. How really it gets created? Okay. And? So partially correct. So what happens? There are mass water bodies. So because of sun, it evaporates, and then in atmosphere there is a dust. So dust and this evaporation mixes and becomes the cloud. So sun only is the reason of this cloud. Right. So Maya is dependent on Krishna. She is not like covering Krishna because she is greater than Krishna. Correct? So this is covering. But what is happening? We are actually on other side of this cloud. We are actually situated in the location where the cloud is. Let's understand this. Let's take this different example. Okay. So say you have sun and then there is a cloud and we are here. Now if you think about it, sun is very far. Say the distance between us and sun is like say 10 units. Right? So where exactly this cloud is? Can anybody say? If the distance between us and the sun is say 10 units, very close to us, maybe 0 or 1, right? Very close to us. Let's take another example. Say if I have a cap, bottle cap, I keep in between you and me, right? I will lose some sight, somebody I will lose. If I'm putting little far, I'll see little more. But if I'm bringing closer and closer and closer to my eye, what will happen? I will not be able to see everybody. Isn't it? Right. So what exactly I'm trying to point out here? Yes, one part of it, correct. Yes, so we are very close to Maya. That's the reason we are not able to see the real Krishna. That's the reason Duryodhan was not able to see real Krishna. Yeah. So why we are so close? Why can't we go away? Anybody? Because of our own desires. Correct. Very good. You know what is the 10th offense in chanting? To have material attachments. Yeah? Even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. That is actually 10th. But if you see, that is the initial issue. If you see all that, 10th happens, then 9th happens, then 8th, and the final is Vaishnava Aparadh. That is the first, to blaspheme the devotees. Yeah. So, very important this one. I'll give one story, very nice. Everybody should hear this carefully, especially kids. Yeah, this is actually Shrutakirti Prabhu, Prabhupada's servant, long time servant. He was having actually longest duration while serving Prabhupada. So he shared this. So what he said, this is actually somewhere in Los Angeles. So when Prabhupada was in Los Angeles, they used to go, usually Prabhupada used to go everywhere, whenever he used to go for morning walk. Then morning walk, usually all the big sannyasis, big disciples of Prabhupada, senior disciples of Prabhupada used to go. And they used to have many questions, and Prabhupada, they used to ask him, they used to, get answers to that. So one such occasion, they were going, and a lot of devotees asked questions. But Shrutakirti Prabhu was saying there was one devotee, the whole that walk, he didn't ask a single question. Then the walk is finished, Prabhupada entered in a car and he is about to close the door. This devotee goes in front of Prabhupada. He is standing in between the door and Prabhupada, and with folded hand he asks one question to Prabhupada. He asks Prabhupada, what is needed to be Krishna conscious? And Prabhupada, just one word, he gives him answer. Just in one word. Right? Because of Prabhupada or his potency, only one word is sufficient to give answer. Because of Vaishnava Acharyas, that they don't have to give big lectures. Only that one word, one sentence is sufficient to change our lives. And he just answers in that one word. Anybody wants to guess? Closer. No. I thought everybody will say chanting. No, he says desire. Where chanting is very obvious, yeah? But it's deeper. He says desire. So why we are on this side of the cloud? Because of our desires, because of our attachments of material desire. It is very important that we have to cultivate proper desire. It is not enough we follow the instructions. It is not enough that we just do this, whatever format is given to us. Okay, I am doing this, I am doing that. But we should cultivate the right desires also. So how can we do that? How can we do that? Yes. So yeah, if you don't have that desire, what do? You basically desire for having desires. You pray to Krishna to have that desire. Why desires are important? Proper desires are important. Why? Yes, because Krishna is there in your heart. He is listening to you. He is listening to your desires. He will fulfill your desires. Right? If you want to fulfill your ego, if you want to fulfill your lust, if you want to fulfill your, envy, you have to just desire, Krishna will fulfill. But if you want to do progress further in devotional service, we have to desire. We have to have that proper desire. If we have some issues in front of us, if we say, Krishna, solve this problem, I will chant nicely. That shouldn't be our desire. That is not sincere enough. Then we will be cheating ourselves, right? Because if we are just asking that, and we are not asking even after understanding so many instructions, if we are not cultivating the desire which is important. See, we should have a desire. There are many desires, but we should have one prime desire, one main desire. For that we should be ready to give our life. We should be ready to adjust everything around it, isn't it? 1 minute, Prabhu. So if we say, oh, I have a desire, but if you're not doing anything, then what is that? It's pretend, or it is basically cheating to ourselves, isn't it? We say, oh yeah, I know everything, this is important, but I don't do anything. I'm not changing to move forward. Yeah, 1 minute, not changing to move forward. What will happen? That we will never move forward. We will be under that cloud. If we are always making sure we are under that cloud, we will never see Krishna, isn't it? I'll ask Sudhakar Prabhu first. He was asking. Yes, Prabhu. What is important? Right? And then what we will do? We will envy on Krishna, saying, oh, why you are sitting there? I have to sit there. Why you are beautiful? I should be beautiful. Why we need to see Krishna? That is what I said, right? Envy. Because of our ego, we'll say, why him? Why not me? So serving is important. You got the answer? Any questions you have? Yes.
Even if we are saying, I want to serve you, just pretend. Desire is not proper, but we are just saying, it can be cheating or it can be just pretending. So sometimes we say, even if we pretend to be devotees, like in the lecture we hear many times, when we pretend once again and again, then it becomes, it comes in our character. So pretending is okay or what?
See, there are two things, right? One is following and other is pretending. You try to follow, but if we want to pretend the pure devotees, it will not be possible, but we can follow their footsteps. So sincere, see, pretending means what? You tell me, pretending means what?
Like pretending in front of the figure, somebody is praying that I want to serve you, give me proper desire, I want to serve you. Maybe the desire is not that intense, but still somebody wants to serve, but it's not very intense. But what will you say? It's just a pretendance, or
which is okay. That is okay. Pretendency is what? That you are showing that I am a great devotee. But showing everything you are doing, nice tilak, nice dress, everything nice, but inside you are thinking, why this person, everybody is respecting this person, not me. I am a greater devotee than this person. See, what you are doing is not pretending. Right? What you said is not pretending. It is important to do because, see, because of our karmic reaction, we have all these things. We have this lust, envy and everything around us because of our karmic reaction. But how we can come out of it? You see something higher. You try to aspire for something higher. You try to aspire for these desires. These desires will actually pull you back. So it is okay to do that. Yes. Correct. No, his question was whether I need to desire to see Krishna or serve Krishna. That was his question. Yeah. Yeah, for serving him you can see, but he was saying either you see or serve. Right. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So actually, how we can do that? What we are doing every day, that will tell us what is our desires are. So if you step by step you see, I like this, okay, I know what is my desire then. I don't like this, okay, so this is the issue. That way we can get it. So it is very important we need to cultivate the desires. It is not sufficient we doing all this, only all this and not having everything. Because years will go, we will be continuing this only. But we will not move forward in devotional life. So cultivating right desire is very important. If you don't have desire, right desires, you pray to have right desires. You desire for the right desires. Right? Yes. Correct. Correct. That is what I'm saying. The way actually we are thinking, that is wrong. That is what we have to come out. If you give me this, I will do this. That we have to come out. We condition. So we have to be unconditional. Right? Rupa Goswami said unconditional and unmotivated. Right? So unconditional is that you give me service. This, because of my karma, this is happening. So I will take care of that, but you give me more service. You give me, always keep me in the service. Sorry? Engage in your service. It is okay. It is okay. There is no harm. No harm. Yeah. Yeah. It is okay. Yeah, because our whole, existence, it came from asking. Right? For every moment, everything we are asking. So ask to Krishna, that is not an issue. But we should understand what to ask. So that desire we should cultivate. It is okay. Yes, that is fine. But what is happening that what could happen that many times we think, oh, I have so many things I cannot do properly. Krishna take care of all these things. Or many times we go some little further. Oh, there are so many things in my life going on. Maybe I will take a little break. Maybe next year I will do this. I will resolve all this. I will do the next year. So that is not a proper desire. We don't know. We think it's in my control. See, the problem is that we think we are the controller. Yes, ma'am. Yes, that is correct. But I was pointing more on cultivating the desires. What desires you should have. Not only to resolve that problem. Your desire should be more on the side of, okay, give me more service. Make me an instrument in your seva. What is the difference between asking, give me service and make me an instrument of my seva, in your seva? What is the difference? No, both are requesting, right? Please, okay, I'll add please. The difference between a servant and an instrument. What is the difference between a servant and an instrument? Servant can say, oh, I am tired. I want to take a break. But the instrument, you use me how you want to use me. Puppet, very nice. Yeah, I wanted to share. I missed that point. Good. Prabhupada actually said to write desires, examples of desires. I had a couple of examples for desire. One of the example was Srila Prabhupada. You imagine that at the age of 70, right? Everybody will try. All of us. You imagine at the age of 70 what you will do. You will try to think, I will go somewhere calm place. Vrindavan. I will go and sit there in one. He was in Vrindavan, he was in Radha Damodar temple. From his window he can see Rupa Goswami's Samadhi. Perfect place. If you go to Vrindavan you will see that. From there, where he went? New York. Totally, diagonally opposite place. Right? And during that voyage, right, he had heart attacks. Middle of the sea, no help, no medical help. But at that time also, what desire he had? He asked Krishna, Krishna, make me puppet, how you want make me dance, make me dance, make me dance, make me dance. He didn't request, oh please save me from this, or he didn't request, oh as soon as I reach, let somebody be there to take care of me. He didn't request, oh if I go, give me some temple where I can do this. He only requested, put words in my mouth, such a words in my mouth that all these people who are suffering will hear you. He ended saying, you only gave me the name Bhakti Vedanta. Now it is up to you to prove that. So those were his desires. Who knows the Vedas essence of all Vedans. Knower of no, I don't know, I need to check. So 108 is Ashtottar, but exact meaning I need to see. Ashtottar. I need to see exactly why. Yeah. Yes, I'll do that. Yeah. Parivajacharya. Yes, Prabhu. Okay, still I don't know we are improving or no, because the exam is, if you know that, I come from engineering background, only reason I am engineering graduate, that with good marks, is because between the exams there was one day off. You know, right? Engineering is alternate dates, if most of you know. That's the reason I could. One day we used to do a lot of things, night and day, and used to complete. So I'm just telling, the exams will not tell, but yes, your question is valid. Yeah. No, it is valid question. Yeah, valid question. Yeah, actually it doesn't go as I didn't go in deeper, but I mentioned one thing. Sorry, I'm having some issues, so I'm sitting like this. Is the process what we are doing is important, but the most important thing is what desires we have in our heart while doing the process. See, what is bhakti? Radhan Swami in one of the lecture he mentioned, what is bhakti? Bhakti is actually the expression of your heart's desire. What does that mean? That means what you are desiring in your heart, that is what you are doing, that is what is bhakti. Yeah. Only doing that action is not sufficient, because Krishna knows he is in our heart. Somebody may be, thinking totally, unnecessary things and doing the devotional service. What will happen to them? It will not progress. A question was asked to Bhakti, to Prabhupada's Guru Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. This question was asked, that we saw that for years devotees are chanting, 64 rounds are doing, but still we are not seeing them, as a devotee, because they are having all these anarthas and other things. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati gave one story, very nice story, and we heard many times this story. Said that there was a marriage, and then for groom has to go to other village to meet the bride. To Bharat leke jate hain na, Bharat. So they have to go. Next day is the marriage, so they have to pass a river. So in the night everybody comes, everybody sits in the boat, and that boat merchant says, yeah, I know, so tomorrow morning tak jayenge hum. Then he starts rowing the boat. He rows, everybody seeing nicely, and rows in, and after some time they sleep. Next day morning they wake up and see they're still there. They become very angry. What's happening? Whole night passed and you were sleeping, you didn't do anything. He asked the boatman. Boatman says, no, I was rowing and rowing and rowing. See my hands, see everything going. But then why the boat didn't move? Because he forgot to remove the anchor. He was rowing. So we can chant and chant and chant, but if you don't remove the anchor, we will not progress. What is that anchor? Same thing, material attachments is the anchor. Right? So how we will know whether we progressed or no? The less and less and less our material desires are, we will progress. That is what our progress is. So in our society, in our congregation, this is my only, observation. I'm sharing this. See, first we need to make ourselves, do all these things. And then we need to help others to do these things. So that is what will be the progress. You understand what I'm saying? First we need to understand, follow, one by one, step by step. Then, once we reach, then we should go to the next level to help Prabhupada, to assist Prabhupada in the mission. By actually doing prachar, by doing preaching, by connecting everybody. So that will be our progress. One minute. Did that answer your question? If you want quantitatively, that yes, this is what will happen, 2 years I will do this, 2 years I will do it doesn't work that way. It is not like 4-year education program. It can happen overnight. It can take lifetimes. The important thing we need to understand that how much attachment here. So how we will see that? Because many times we see, oh, I don't have many attachments, I am doing everything proper. But are you going to the next level? The next level is you helping others to do the same thing. Understand? I'm telling my personal experience. Today only I was reflecting this. Sorry it is late. Maybe we can have prasadam and maybe during that time we can discuss. Because it's already 9:50. I wanted to stop at 9:30. So when maybe 2-3 minutes I'll take. When I was attending Srivandavan Prabhu's lectures, lot of things come. My life changed actually, because I was going to temple 1 year before that, but nothing happened in that 1 year. But once we started coming to the lecture, and we heard a lot of questions were there, those were clear, and then we started Bhakti Vriksha here, and then I was taking care of kids most of the time, so I was missing most of the lectures. I was feeling very bad. And it seems I might have prayed stronger to Krishna, because now I am here. But the problem is I am here. I have to do two things, double. I have to first understand, right? And then I have to share with you all. So Krishna is telling, okay, now you do double, because you were complaining that you were missing. Yeah, so I am covering up whatever I missed. Yeah, and this is for my purity only I am doing here.
Your answer was very, very satisfying.
Thank you.
But I remember I asked the same question to
I remember the answer. I remember the question and answer also. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, please share. That is very good. Yeah.
The answer was like, when we stand, our focus is on speaking and hearing. And what we are very forward, and our 80% attention is to focus on hearing, and 20% is that we are hearing. 80% effort, like out of 100, 80% effort is to focus on hearing, and 20% is we are hearing. And when we start progressing slowly, what happens? Slowly what happens? Both the things get exchanged. When we really progress, 20% effort is that we are doing effort to hear, and 80% that is hearing. It means that when we progress more, we will put very less effort. The holy name will still go in our ear.
Yes, it will become as a habit, right? A natural habit. Yeah.
So we feel very close to holy name, and when we feel very close to holy name and Krishna are both not different. Then we feel close to Krishna, and we should really avoid offenses.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. Any other comments or question? Maybe while having prasadam, we can have that. We'll do one round, 6 more minutes. Is that okay? 6 or 7 minutes? Yeah. Please.